Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
Are we live, Silent Assassin? Are we live? We are live-ish. Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter X at All Even Podcast. You can catch me on TikTok at All Even Media. You can listen to the show on Spotify. Apple Podcasts. I'm all over the place. Go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend because the page is growing. Jimmy.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Nothing much.
We haven't been down here in a while. The All Even Studio's been very quiet. Last time you were here for the whole show. Shouts to you. We left here like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's great. Everybody was tired, miserable. I didn't care. Yeah? We had a good time with friends. But good to see you. Klaw's here.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm good.
This is my new voice for the show.
Is it?
I like it.
I don't like
you
it.
don't like it?
No.
Okay.
Sounds very Bascoozy.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I tried.
We got a lot to talk about today. We do.
Oh, man. Yo,
I'm pushing the buttons today.
I need NDA signed from everyone and release forms, and any views said on this show today, we are not liable at All Even or anybody's personal social media.
Silent Assassin.
What's up?
Yeah.
I'm not signing anything.
You have no choice. Okay, you have no choice.
You can't say that.
What?
You can't do that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you can't. You have all the choice. Do you want to leave? Yep.
You have the option.
The door is open. It is
door
not
is
locked.
always open if you choose.
The handles
to
are not
leave.
shaved off. You can
Correct.
get out.
Okay.
Okay.
Correct. I need to play something before I start because it's that type of show today. Should have played it before we even got into the intro, but hey, we do things backwards here at the All Even Podcast.
Pause.
So that's really, it's bad. But we're going to do it anyway. Let's do it. It's that type of pod tonight. There's a lot to talk about. We got people that have been reinstated after they dead. What are we talking about here? We got people coming into the country getting expedited citizenship when they shouldn't be here. A lot going on.
Chipotle, fuck my goddamn order up. I'm fed up. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa.
I ain't been down here in a while.
I feel like slapping
So it's gonna be one of those type of pods where I ain't gonna be no, censorship tonight. I'm gonna say what I want. That's it.
Bartender, don't you see me waving you down? This guy came after me. I was here first, but you serving him rounds. No.
Who else is out there? We got the NBA lottery. What the hell's going on with that?
Tomorrow morning, I better get
Right?
cash out.
What's happening
Every
here?
last one of you motherfuckers getting slapped.
You got guys getting hurt in the playoffs, out for the season. There's a lot of stuff going on. Golden State's gone, thank God for that. We're gonna talk about that. Cavs are the Cavs. They always gonna be the Cavs. It's ridiculous. What the hell's going on with the Diddy trial? There's a whole bunch of nonsense going on in there too. So, let's just get into it, please. Klaw's here, and I want to know what you think about the Diddy trial. Because before you get into it, last time I checked, This was supposed to be a RICO case. This was supposed to be a trafficking case. I haven't heard anything about that. 3 days. I haven't heard it. So, please.
Hey, so, ironically, and I want to get this out the way. I was speaking to somebody we both know, and she was saying that, oh no, they're just building this up. I'm like, building it up where? She's like, no, they're introducing everybody. They're doing the Cassie stuff to talk about who he was, to show his personality and how he would get irate.
What is this, a documentary?
This is what I'm saying. And then they're gonna build it up, and Albie Shore is gonna take the stand, and da. I'm like, yo, who else is on this RICO with him? Oh well, they're gonna build it up to show that everybody else a part of it. Who is on this case with him?
Correct.
There's nobody there. This turned into a domestic violence. And granted, nasty work.
Nasty work.
But when you read some of the text messages that are thrown out from 2009, it shows that sis is like, can't wait. You want to FO? Sure thing. Down. Just wanted to be a little uncontrolling, which is a trigger. But still in all, can't wait. And she took the bread. She took the $20 million for the damages, quote unquote. I don't know what that came with, but I'm sure it came with something that, hey, I didn't just give you the $20 million to be like, oh, here, hold my
Yeah, they
beer.
got it. They had to be something.
There's something in there that says you can't do whatever, but they're utilizing her stuff. Husband's walking out of the courtroom just like, Jesus Christ, you told me you guys just dated for like 6 months. And meanwhile, he did what? The escort did what? I kissed you in that thing. Yo, bro, shit is bad and nasty. But we haven't heard nothing yet. But I don't think it's that. I don't know. Free the guys, man. That's how I feel.
Like I said, it doesn't take away from the horrible video that we saw where, he assaulted her. It doesn't take away from the trauma that she's went to, but I don't think the prosecution has done a good job. I don't think that they have told, according to obviously the transcripts, there's no cameras in the courtroom, but don't really look like they're doing a very good job. And if that's all the city or the state has,
I mean, I think if they are building up and they're going to bring in these other individuals, the Albie Shores and all that, then they're going to pin something else on him, or they'll try to. Maybe they're trying to get him for the big the situation in over there with said such and such. That can be possible, but that's so much of a reach and so much, you know what I mean? You would have to get so much more than that. And that's not, we're not even here for that because that's not even on the list. Right. So I don't know. I don't know how long this goes, honestly. But shouts to everybody involved and my prayers and blessings out to the families.
Oh my goodness, that was so disingenuous. Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, there's not much I can say. I'm just saying that the text message I saw was wild. It was wild. Like, you see that part? Like, I'm just looking at it on the face of it, right? And if you're giving me text messages, I was talking to somebody and she was just like, oh, well, how do you know she wasn't held against her will to say that text message or send the text message? I'm like, that's pretty easily debunked if you can be able to just, subpoena the phone records. You can get the ping of when those texts were sent. And if you don't see, if somebody's in Timbuktu and somebody else is in Brooklyn and the text messages were being sent back and forth, then you know that nobody was being coerced. Now, if the pings are in the same spot, okay, you got something there. But that's easily proven. Easily proven. So we're going to see how this play out. But so far,
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, my man get back on these streets.
You gotta relax.
Man, Harlem's gonna be crazy. It's gonna feel like '88 again. Take that. I'm stopping.
Yeah, you need to stop because you have been a Kanye apologist on the show. Don't go on the other side.
But listen, the Kanye record is going ironically. I'm not even a fan of it, but that song is going in Germany. Also, it was in Israel too. Israel was number 1, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Israel, huh?
Yeah, it really was, ironically.
Yeah. Moving on. I have no idea what's happening with the NBA. But I just like to say that if somebody says that the NBA is rigged, I have always been somebody who has fought that claim. You're an idiot if you think that. This is a sport. These are guys that are in heated competition. These are guys that are sacrificing time with their families and, friends and all of these things to hone their craft. You'd be crazy to think that this shit is rigged. But I ain't gonna lie to you. 30 years of watching the NBA, this is sus. It looked bad. And I'm not saying it's rigged. I'm saying just on the face of it. Dallas loses their top star. They lose billions of dollars in revenue. The city is crushed. People hate Nico Harrison. They want his head on a silver platter. They're giving him death threats. People are canceling their season tickets. They think that the owner Dumont is a damn idiot. I still do. Right? All of these things are happening. Mark Cuban is confused. He don't know what the hell's going on. Right? And the Lakers got Luka. They got him. How can this happen again? You stole our star. And in the same season, you have a 1.8 chance of getting the damn pick and you got it? Now, here's the thing. And I had posted it on IG and people were like, oh, yo, you on LeBron's sack, yo. But all I did was make the correlation. When LeBron went to Miami, Cleveland won the number 1 pick 3 out of the 4 years that he was in Miami. He goes to Los Angeles. They make a trade for Anthony Davis. Who wins the number 1 pick that same season? The Pelicans do. You then trade for Luka 5 years later. And then the Dallas Mavericks get the number 1 pick. Come on now. Just be honest. Like, we understand there's a lottery system, but what's the system? Can we know? Can we know how this is? Can we see the probabilities playing out? Can they have something that they put on like Twitter or whatever it is? You can see it happening in real time. All the probabilities and all the scenarios. Give me the Doctor Strange in real time. I want to see that. Where Doctor Strange goes, got one scenario I found. Right. That's what I want to see. Open up the damn portal and tell us who the hell is going to get the pick. But for you to just tell us that, oh, Mavericks, hey. You just seen Cooper Flag. He was shocked. He's like, how? I'm thinking I'm going to Brooklyn. All the hippie whites down there, I would have fit right in. It was great. He's going to Dallas. Just tell me, Adam Silver, how you can be able to explain this to the conspiracy theorists out there. Not to me. Right? I don't think the NBA is rigged, but on the face of it, it looks sus. Yes, Klaw, go ahead.
Hey, first time, long time. I don't want to say what you call him because he's not on your wall. Your GOAT was on a podcast recently, Pat McAfee. And even he stated that, just so happens that, I'm the number 1 pick and Cleveland has the number 1 pick. Okay. So they knew what they was doing.
Frozen envelopes, bro.
They were they were constantly having emotion of knowing what they were doing. And right now, we live in the ABC/Disney/NBA era. And this is more storyline than anything.
But you're right.
Knicks and Wolves.
You got Dallas fans right now. Oh, we love Dallas. We're back. We want to support the Mavs. Well, here it is. I'm here to tell you guys right now that if you think that Cooper Flag is going to come in and change your frame, you are sadly mistaken. Kid can jump, right? He set the record for highest vertical in combine history, right? Great. What does that mean? He's good.
McClung could McClung. Yeah.
He's good.
He could jump.
But he's not generational. And that's the problem. So, Dallas fans, enjoy, be happy. You're going to get your guy, but it just looked bad. It does. And I don't care. You know, some other franchise is going to get a good player. You got the Spurs. They're looking at Dylan Harper. Poor Brooklyn, they dropped to 8th after having such a horrible. That'd be the bad thing, right? You go ahead and you tank purposely. And you go from having the top odds to finishing not even in the top 3 or one of the top odds, and you finish 8th. That sucks. That made me mad. I would cry conspiracy after that. I would. It's rubbish. So that's all I'm saying. I want to hear what the hell Adam Silver got to say. I do. Because after you cost us Chris Paul back in the day, right? David Stern. All of a sudden now, every time the Lakers make a move, they got somebody else got to get number 1 pick. What about us? Why can't we get one? I couldn't tell you the last time the Lakers had a number 1 pick. It's nonsense. So when LeBron retires, I expect us to get it. That's what I expect. And if it doesn't happen, then I'm crying foul. I am. It's foolishness. Cooper Flag going to Dallas. Even me, I'm telling you, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just like, yeah, that one's a little sus. Moving on. I wasn't going to say this. It was going to be nice. But I have a lot of people that support Golden State in my life. And when the Lakers lose, they love to harass my phone. They love to criticize and poke fun. Well, I'm here to do the same thing. I am so happy that the Golden State Warriors are gone. Because here's the thing. You had years of the Golden State Warriors getting these lucky bounces of these players getting injured over the years. Chris Paul going down in the Western Conference Finals in Game 6. You had Kawhi Leonard spraining his ankle because Zaza Pachulia wanted to put his foot out there and purposely did it. You had all of these guys. You had Kevin Love and Kyrie being hurt in 2015. All of these particular things that have happened to help Golden State win their titles or be wherever they needed to be in that situation, in that year. Well, the tables have turned. Steph Curry goes down with a hamstring in Game 1. We love it. We don't love the fact that he's hurt, right? It's sad. We don't see our old guy go out like that. But here's the thing. My old guy didn't get no grace. He ain't got no grace. When he's the 40-year-old, oh, well, what did LeBron do? So that's what I'm going to ask Golden State Warrior fans. I'm going to ask the same question. Well, hey, don't get mad at us. What did Steph do? Where was he? Matter of fact, where was playoff Jimmy? Huh? Not the super intern here. He's great. He's always around. But where was Jimmy Butler? Where was Mr. Batman? Where was the guy that they said, oh my goodness, we're going to get him and we're going to lead the way and get to the playoffs and win the championship. Oh, guys lost just like we did. Look bad just like we did, huh? Loved it. Loved every single minute of it. The fact that Draymond Green, rubbish. Kuminga, rubbish. Buddy Hield, rubbish. And the thing is, their future is so murky that makes me laugh as well. Because like people are like, oh, well, Giannis might be tied to Golden State. For who? Who are you trading to get him? You know what the Golden State Warriors roster looks like? You ever go past somebody's house and they got all of their trash outside and they put this sign on the front of their lawn and says garage sale? That's exactly what it is. Their roster looks like a garage sale. Nobody wants this garbage. And if I do buy it, I'm not paying top dollar for it. You getting pennies on a dollar for this. That's what their roster look like. They got Jonathan Kuminga, who they didn't want to extend. He's now a free agent. I'm hearing that they're going to want to sign and trade him. Who are you signing and trading him for? Not Giannis. You ain't got nobody. So I don't want to hear none of this stuff about Steph Curry not getting no flack. Give him the same flack you give the 40-year-old in Los Angeles. Because for some reason, LeBron James is the only old guy that can't be old. Right? His prime has been extended for so long that no one gives him grace. Oh, well, when did all of a sudden he's always hurt after playoffs? That's always the case with any player. I remember when Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. He had a knee brace on. Oh, he played with a tore MCL the whole season. Nobody says anything. But let Braun do it. It's the end of the world. That's why I sit here week after week and defend Braun as much as I do. Because you got people out there that are unnecessarily throwing shots, and for what? Last time I checked, the man came in shape.
Pause.
Huh? The man was in shape the whole season. 1% body fat. He's not out there getting food poisoning in game 4, eating tacos off a truck like Luka. That's not him. Who you blaming him for? Blame the fat guy that came in here and can't score. Blame the other guy, Austin Reeves, that can't play no defense. Blame him. So I got no sympathy for Golden State. Not at all. Zero. You want to go ahead and trade for Jimmy Butler? Nobody's going to want him now. Nobody's going to want him now. And the report said that they're going to keep the roster intact. Of course you are. Of course you are. You ain't got no other choice. So you're going to wheel Steph Curry's old ass out there next season. Hopefully that he be able to stay healthy. And Jimmy Butler's bum ass. And then Draymond Green. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got. I ain't got nothing for you. But you do have this couch right next to us. You can watch the rest of the playoffs. To all Golden State fans, I invite you to sit and watch just like me. And stop talking all this nonsense about championship. This team was never a championship team. Never. Never had championship aspirations, not one day. Rubbish. Moving on. Boston. Let's talk about Boston. Yeah. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics, shall we? New York is a game away. One game. They lost game 5. And we don't even really care that the Knicks lost game 5. We don't care because it's in Boston. You expect them to have one last heave ho. And who was the big white guy off the bench that killed y'all? Cornette.
Yeah.
Man has 7 blocks. How the hell y'all let that happen?
It was rough.
It's crazy. The man got like an inch vertical. How you get all those blocks? You had Josh Hart getting punched in the nuts. Somebody was grabbing his meat. It was crazy.
That shit was wild.
Yo, it's a violation. Listen, they had to cheat to win. I understand it.
That was some real Boston shit.
Yeah, I understand. Listen, it's the last game. You got to bring out all those stops. You got to bring out all those stops.
But yo, you lose your best player and y'all nut grabbing.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly what Joe Mazzulla said in the halftime speech. You grab nuts. If you gotta squeeze them, do what you gotta do. We gotta get the advantage. I don't know what the hell happened to Cat in that game. He was terrible in that game. Karl-Anthony Towns looked like garbage in that game. Ball. Foul. He didn't step up.
Listen, I'm ready for the Towns pride jersey to come out.
It's coming. It's coming.
Coming out in June.
Yeah. Listen, the Knicks are in prime position. And let's go ahead and obviously go back to game 4. Sorry that Jason Tatum tore his Achilles.
Facts.
You know, that's a terrible, terrible situation. To tear your Achilles in the second round of the playoffs, he's pretty much at this point bound to probably miss the entire season next year. And that now is going to put this team in a bit of a bind because they put all their chips in the middle of the table. They have 5 guys making over $28 million this year. You have Jaylen Brown, who's making like damn near $90 million a year, right? You have all of these pieces now that they're not going to be able to keep together. You now don't have Jason Tatum for pretty much the entire year. This team is not going to look the same way that it did this season. They're going to have to make trades. They're going to have to make some salary decisions. And I don't know if they're going to have any resemblance of a championship team coming next season. But they have a lot of financial problems that they're going to have to address.
Yeah, blow it up.
They might not blow it up all the way. If I were them, I'd do that, right? But they might do like a soft rebuild. So we'll see. I don't know if they're going to have to decide between Tatum and Brown. I have no idea. But, you know, a guy like Derek White, Porzingis, Horford, there's a lot of guys that they're going to have to be like,
Tatum will go to the Lakers if he could.
we don't want him.
He'll do it.
We do not want him.
He wants to do it.
He wants to do it, but they're going to be like, no.
He has to do it.
Bro, he wants to be Kobe Bryant so bad.
So bad.
So bad.
So be it.
And Kobe Bryant's ghost is like, no, we don't want you. When I tore my Achilles, I didn't have no wheelchair. I shot a free throw and walked my ass to the back. Huh? You want to put on Kobe Bryant's sleeves and have text messages, I got you. What do you... Got what? All you got is the bench for next season. And a whole bunch of thoughts and prayers. That's what you got. That's what you got. I ain't got nothing else for Boston. I got no sympathy for Boston, no love for Boston whatsoever. I can't wait for the Knicks to win this game in Game 6. They're going to win it. They're going to win it in the Garden how it should be won. And we have to have a conversation now. I'm going out on a limb. And I'm saying, I think Jalen Brunson might just be the best Knick of all time. I'm going to say it. I grew up watching Patrick Ewing. I've heard stories about Walt Clyde Frazier. I've heard stories about Bernard King, right? Didn't really see him play much. But man, Jalen Brunson is the epitome of New York. Tough. Clutch. Knows how to finish games. He's literally single-handedly getting this team the way they need to be.
Way better than his father was.
His father was a bum.
His father was all right, though.
His father was a bum.
He was on the team, bro. He had a blowout.
The man was the ball boy on the team.
Father was, but he came back and brought his son.
But we loved him.
It's my man. Son.
We love Rick Brunson. Rick Brunson would always have the warm-up jacket on. You never saw Rick Brunson's jersey. All you saw was the warm-up jacket. All you saw was the warm-up jacket and claps. That's all he did. So you see with Rick Brunson. That's it. Guys like Chris Dudley never got in the game. We don't care. Wait, I've been telling people for how long? I'm not a Knicks fan. Don't care for them. But for right now, Lakers for Knicks is what we call it. Lakers fans for Knicks. I'm supporting y'all. Get Boston the hell out of there. And then get the Pacers out of there too. Because I'm sick of them. And y'all need some get back from last season. Y'all do. So, predictions. If you guys do win this game. Now, here's a question for you. It might get dicey, Klaw. If the Knicks find a way to lose Game 6 and you have to go to Game 7 in Boston, are you nervous?
If they're grabbing nuts, yeah. But I think we're going to wrap it up at home. NBA got to stretch it out. There's nothing else.
Stop it with the conspiracy.
Everything else. There's nothing else going on. They got to get the ratings.
Stop it with the conspiracy.
These are the two biggest markets on the East Coast. It's going to happen. We're going to play. We're going to have home court advantage against the Pacers. They're going to clean them. It's going to be a hard series. I think probably going to be better than the finals.
So you're already looking past the Celtics.
It's already looking past the Celtics. A hard series against the Pacers. It's going to be the most, probably the illest shit to watch. It's going to be good because Brunson and Halliburton have problems. It's been like that. That team, Obi Toppin's over there, got shit to prove. It's a storyline. But the big storyline is the Wolves and the Knicks.
That's going to be one of the worst NBA finals.
It will not.
What do you mean? Nobody wants to see no damn Wolves.
You hating. Nobody wants to see Russell Westbrook in the goddamn finals.
You're absolutely right.
All right, then. So I'm telling you right now, the storyline of the Villanova boys and the trade and all this is going to come out.
I see.
Anthony Edwards is the new guy.
The new Jordan.
The new Jordan has to be in there. He's getting all the push. That's what you're looking at, baby. And it's going to be still. We're going to close the shit out.
Could you imagine?
And this city will burn the fuck down. And Godzilla and Godzuki would come out the fucking Atlantic Ocean.
Godzilla, the Megazord, what else?
The Dragon
Voltron,
Sword.
everything
Jimmy
will
Hoffa.
come out. Yes, Jimmy Hoffa will.
Everybody's coming out.
Yeah.
The ghost from Ghostbusters when
Yes.
they came up that boat.
Zool's coming back.
Everybody. Stay
Yeah.
Puff. Everybody's coming
Yeah.
out this motherfucker one time. And this city will burn. And I'm for it. Because we need justice and we need Batman.
Batman might come.
Hey.
Listen, if the Knicks win the championship, this is
Hold on.
one of those.
When?
You
When?
saying it? I'm not saying it. You going to win? I'm saying if the Knicks win the championship, this is gonna go down as probably one of the craziest seasons in NBA history.
No one's going to work. Like the city will shut down.
Work.
No one's going.
Work.
This shit will be a zoo. They're they're closing Rikers Island. Like they're turning it to like private residence.
Yes.
But that motherfucker gonna be filled by like the day after.
Oh yeah. Gonna be a lot of misdemeanors.
The whole 7th Avenue
Yeah.
getting arrested.
A lot of bookings.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I might have to put some money aside for you too.
That part.
Yeah.
And if we don't have the money, well, yeah. I mean, fuck it.
I think the mayor would just let everybody out.
Send them an email. But I will say this: that 7th Avenue scene, bro, is gonna look better than Times Square. They be wilding now. Like this shit is a movie. Like you don't even have to go to the Knicks game.
You just go there.
Motherfuckers go outside and that shit is a zoo and they're wilding. And they play on what's my man Sheck West song? Mo Bamba. Mo. Yo, it should be crazy, bro. All right.
So happy to see Knicks fans happy. It is. I'm very, very excited for them. What's going on with the Cavs?
Exposure.
Like everybody thought that the Cavs was supposed to be this like powerhouse team. You know what's crazy is that sometimes the trades that you don't make are the best trades that you did make, right? So it sounds weird, but it's like if you didn't make that trade, sometimes it's the best thing for your team. Donovan Mitchell. He's supposed to be the guy. He didn't look like the guy that serious. Right? Had some good games, but man, Pacers put that beating on him. It's great. Do you still want him?
Where does he fit though?
He doesn't fit.
He don't fit.
He doesn't fit this Knicks team.
Only person that does fit is your man. He fits.
Ooh, Greek yogurt?
Greek yogurt, bro.
I said it. Where was the timestamp? 9/23/23. I sat here on this show after my substantial weight loss journey. I look like half myself,
When
right?
you start taking Ozempic?
Yeah, I had my little Ozempic run, and my dreads were bigger than my body with these outrageously large glasses on my face, right? And I said, I believe that Giannis wants to play in the big market. I believe that Giannis will, at some point, go to the Milwaukee Bucks and tell them that he no longer wants to be there. I said that the summer of 2025 will be the decision that Giannis makes. And where are we? I keep trying to tell Silent Assassin, she doesn't believe that I'm a prophet when it comes to this stuff. She doesn't. And she doesn't like to give me credit. I don't appreciate that either. You know what I mean? When things break, I need you to text me and say, you did it again. I'm the beacon of truth here. I am. Not gonna lie. I see these things happening in real time. And I just have to wait until it plays out and say, all right, I've seen this. I've seen it play out. It's going to be, I'm telling you, right now what's happening is Giannis and his team are discussing their options. They're discussing their options in regards to, do they want to look like the villain? Or do they want to continue to be the saving grace and the hero of the city? There's only two ways to go. You can stay and be miserable behind the scenes, or you can pull a power move and say, I want to go, and not just where you want to send me, I'm going here. So it's either I'm forcing my way to New York, whether it be Brooklyn or New York, or I'm forcing my way to California. And you have Lakers, Golden State, Clippers. If you want to put the Kings in there, I guess. Who the fuck wants to play for the Kings anyway? But that's where I'm seeing it. The Knicks don't have the assets to just trade outright for him. So you need help. You need him to say that he wants to go there, and then you need a third team to get in there to help you facilitate the deal. It's the same thing with the Lakers. They don't have the assets. They have a couple of draft picks. They have a couple of decent role players. But I don't think that Milwaukee's going to go for that unless Giannis says, I'm going there and I'm not going anywhere else.
I want to go Knicks.
Yeah, it's possible.
But, like, what do we give up?
What don't you give up?
What do you give up?
Anything outside of Jalen Brunson.
I can't do that. That's expensive. You can't give up OG.
Bro, you can give up Cat. I would give up Cat and OG for Giannis.
I would not give up OG for
We're
Giannis.
talking about Giannis here.
Fuck no, bro. I give up Cat. Fucking bitch.
Who wants that?
And fucking Deuce McBride.
It's not gonna do it.
I keep Deuce. I like Deuce.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work.
Precious Achua.
Nobody wants Precious.
It want Precious. And I give my man Mitch.
That's not a deal that's gonna work.
That's good enough.
Two bigs and a wingman that's not even a great defender. Nobody wants
Best
that.
ever, bro. It's the best you're gonna get.
It's not gonna happen.
Fucking Milwaukee.
But yeah, the Cavs, I feel bad for them. They're posers. They've always been posers.
They got exposed.
I don't think that they were ever a serious title contender. Like, no matter how many games they won, I would see people, oh, the Cavs look good. Hey. Evan Mobley won a Defensive Player of the Year. I'm just like, okay, good. Never, ever thought that they would be a championship team. Anybody ever asked me, who you got in the NBA Finals? Never Cavs. Never Cleveland. Because it's Cleveland. It's like the Browns. Yeah, the Browns are good this year, man. It's the Browns. Yeah, the Lions are pretty good, but it's
They're
Detroit.
blowing in the night.
It is the Lions. We saw what happened with the Lions, right? They won almost every game this season. So when they get to the playoffs, Jamie Lee Curtis turns back to Jamie Lee Curtis. It's the Lions. You don't expect anything else. We don't expect anything out of the Cavs. You ain't see the story about the guy on the team, Max Strus? He's like, if anybody doesn't come up here and come to play, then you stay at home. And you know what stayed at home? His jump shot. Man was 0 for 9 in the game. Could you imagine somebody who's a role player anyway? He's like the 10th man off the bench. And he gets up in the meeting and starts talking wild shit to all the stars. If you don't want to show up and play, well, you got to stay home. And then you go 0 for 9. First off, you're a role player. You the 10th man off the bench. How you get 9 shots anyway? How you get 9 shots anyway? You're supposed to have 3. 3 shots. You miss all 9 of them. We lose the game. If I'm not swinging on you when I get to the locker room, I'm fighting. Who are you to tell me anything? It's nonsense. Strus. Stairs. That's what you're going to do. Take the window or the stairs. Which one? Choose one. I'm going to kick you down the stairs or throw you out the window. 0 for 9. They have no personality. There's no star. And that's why I feel that they might have to go after LeBron. Call LeBron. Convince him to come back home. You need somebody. Because Donovan Mitchell ain't cutting it. Darius Garland ain't cutting it. What's the dude with the fro? Allen. Jared Allen? Weird, the weird guy?
That's why they lost.
Yeah.
Once I saw he was on the team, I was like, okay.
Just
it's
odd.
It's not him.
Just odd.
He wears like Dragon Ball Z t-shirts.
Yeah. Cat shirts. He's weird. Get him out of here. And get the Cavs out of here. Moving on. Did you hear the rumor? The Blazers might be for sale.
I've heard that.
And do you know who's thinking about buying it?
Allen Podcast.
No, not Allen Podcast. Phil Knight.
Lucky.
Phil Knight is the CEO, owner of Nike.
That's not bad. That's fire.
That's tough.
A Nike
I mean, they're
arena?
already out there.
A Nike arena?
Yeah, they're already out there.
Fire. That's cool. But you know what? That makes money.
That's what you call a partnership.
That's a partnership, but that shit is going to be fire.
Fire.
Like, that arena
Fire.
will be fire.
Yeah.
There's no bag. Like this
Yeah, I
shit
support that. I support it.
That makes it fire. That's one of my moves. I want to go out there so bad and just
make
go
Tinker
shop.
Hatfield the CEO of apparel.
I like that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass.
That is badass.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I just want to put that out there. I hope that he gets the bid
I hope he does
because
too.
that would be a great partnership. Nike's already out there. Make it happen. And yeah. Moving on. Obviously we gotta talk about it's not the time of year. I don't care. I know Klaw does. I know other people do, so I have to talk about it. Derek Carr retires. Right?
He did?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's over.
What'd he do? Why?
Well, he had a shoulder problem, and it was really getting bad for him. Injuries were starting to pile up, and he just called it quits.
I respect that. That was some Andrew Luck shit.
Yeah,
that was curveball.
So now, what's the rookie's name that they drafted?
Spencer Rattler?
No. Spencer Rattler is going to be competing for the job, but it's
Okay.
also going to be was it Sloth, whatever the hell his name is. We got drafted. Bum. Right? Those are.
Spencer Rattler got the job.
It's probably going to be Rattler.
Or Mariota, because Mariota is always...
Nobody wants Mariota.
He's always so
Damaged goods, right? But shouts to Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr, when you think about him, was never a top quality, high end quarterback, but had the moxie. I remember the year, I think it was 2016. Derek Carr had the Raiders on the precipice of getting to the Super Bowl and being probably one of the best teams, and he broke his ankle.
That was with Hunter Renfrow, and he was hot.
No, Hunter Renfrow wasn't even. I don't even think he was on the team yet at that point. Might have been, but nah, I don't know. but he broke his ankle, came back, and he just wasn't the same. And that's when his injuries started to just kind of pile up. But had he not gotten hurt that year and kind of stopped his momentum, not only was he winning the MVP, but the Raiders would have probably at least got to the AFC championship game. So, when I think about Derek Carr, I think about a guy who was very passionate, wore his emotions on his sleeve. I think he was a pretty decent leader, pretty average quarterback, middle of the road guy. I would say he's a fringe top 15 guy. And, I think he was slightly misunderstood at times. People used to criticize him once he got the bag, and now the expectations drove out of the roof. But he was always a guy that stayed true to himself, that stayed true to what he believed in and how he grew up and how he wants to play football, and I respect him for that. So, he's definitely going to go down as one of my favorite quarterbacks. Now, obviously not a star. Everybody doesn't have to be a star to be a favorite, but, shouts to Derek Carr. Shouts to him for a very good career and, kind of ending it on his terms and not having the league tell him that he needs to go away or he's still trying to latch on to a team when nobody wants him. It's better to just go away by yourself and decide, keep your, make the decision to be with your family and, kind of look back at your career and smile. So, shout out to Derek Carr. Jimmy, can you pull up the Jets schedule, please?
I do have it right here. Oh. You want me to list it off?
Are we doing? Jets watch!
Fucking do it.
Preseason too or no?
Fucking do it.
Nobody cares about the
I don't care about preseason, but Klaw might.
I go up. That's the games we go to.
I'm not going on preseason.
We've
games,
been to
man.
like 6 preseason games, bro.
I've been to like 3.
You got Packers, Giants,
Hard.
Eagles, preseason.
Wait, whoa.
So those are the 3
Where? You
preseason
gotta say where. What day is it? What time of the month?
Jets at Packers,
Okay.
August 9th.
That's hard. I might want to go there.
Okay.
Jets at Giants, well, I guess, August 16th.
That's typical.
Eagles at Jets, August 22nd.
Usual.
That's the preseason.
That's what we wrap up with every year.
Right.
Regular season, so first Steelers at Jets.
They tried to get the Aaron Rodgers game.
That's a loss.
Bills at Jets.
That's a loss.
The fuck are you doing?
I'm talking about it in real time. Let's keep scoring.
It's not the show for that.
Okay.
Jets at Buccaneers.
0-3.
Jets in Miami.
1-3.
Ooh, big one. Cowboys at Jets.
2-3.
Broncos at Jets.
2-4.
Panthers at Jets.
3-4.
Jets at Bengals.
4-4.
Browns at Jets.
Should do it probably playing this game.
4-5.
Jets at Patriots.
4-6.
Jets at Ravens.
4-7.
Falcons at Jets.
5-7.
Dolphins at Jets.
You sweep the Dolphins. 6-7.
Jets at Jaguars.
7-7.
Jets at Saints.
8-7. Fucking say it.
Where is it? At Saints?
Yeah.
7-8.
Fucking guy.
Patriots at Jets.
8-8.
And then Jets at Bills.
8-9.
Do you concur?
Man, fuck that shit. We gonna win. We gonna win at least 6 more. What are you talking about?
So you're gonna win 6 more.
Yeah, some of those games you gave away. You gave away. You gave away.
You have Josh Fields as your quarterback.
It doesn't matter who the quarterback is.
Yes, it does.
You have an offensive line and a defense.
Who's throwing the football?
The guy named Josh Fields. And
Have you ever seen him throw it?
Tyrod Taylor.
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
All right, so I got them at 8-9. What do you have them at, Klaw?
Me? No expectation season. This is what the name of the record is, right? I'm going 10-7.
10-7.
10-7.
Okay.
10-7.
Are we gonna put a wager on this thing?
We can.
What's the wager?
What do you want to do?
We'll think about it. We have time.
Great talk.
We have time.
Mind if I dabble with some of the top primetime games of the year?
Cowboys have 7.
Can you relax?
no, 7.
Can you
Not
relax?
7.
You don't talk
4.
about them no more. It's over.
They have a tough schedule, so we have to talk about
All
it.
right. Well,
But go ahead.
we're going to go from top 10. This is as per NFL.com. Shouts to the guys over there. First one we got is Green Bay versus Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It's kind of mid. Then another one we have is Dallas versus Eagles, which is Thursday, September 4th. Kicking everything off. You excited for that? Because you're a Saquon fan. Next one we got Monday, October 6th. Kansas City Chiefs and the fucking Jaguars. That is not even something to even
Yo,
fight on.
why is that even on TV? Can I get flex, please?
Yeah, listen, please. This is what it is. The rank 8 one was Bengals versus Broncos, September 29th.
That might be a shootout.
It should be a good one, actually. Then another one they have was November 10th is Eagles versus Packers. I don't know what the fuck is that again. Then they have 17, Christmas Day is Broncos versus Chiefs. It's going to be a good one. They played hard last year.
AFC West matchup.
October 13th, the Bears versus the Commanders.
That might not be a bad game. You got Ben Johnson now leading the offense over there with Caleb Williams. You have the Commanders, who are a good team. That might not be a bad game.
Okay. They got the Chargers versus the Raiders. Should be a good game.
That's a bad game.
I think it's a good game. I think Raiders about to be something different.
Just because you're a Pete Carroll fan doesn't mean that they're going to turn it around in 1 year.
Buddy, they're going to do it. They got the defense already.
Has he shown us the black and silver Monarchs yet? That's what I want to see.
They're coming out. You got to watch the game to watch them.
I don't want
Imagine
the same.
if it's just all silver and then the black. That's badass.
What they look like cement floors.
Yeah, like those old Tim Duncans that came out. Remember them Tim Duncans? Those are badass. Then the third, we got Washington Commanders versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not mad at that.
Kansas City's not primetime to me anymore. But that's just me.
Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles is ranked number 2. And the top game,
That sounds like a good game.
Sunday, September 7th at 8:20 p.m. is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills.
I always like to see Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen.
So that's what's going to kick off Sunday Night Football September 7th. And I'm happy the season started September 7th. Who else? You? Me too. All right, good. Because September 4th is the Hall of Fame game. It's just like I like Labor Day happening on that Monday. You get your last beers in, the best cookout, and then the next thing is like
Football.
dun, 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 down, 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 down.
I love football.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then that's where we just let our bodies go and just drink beers every Sunday, man.
Yeah.
You know? And just eat bad until the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then, you hide from your significant others.
Whole time. Hide in the room.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Oh, where are you? So I'm at the supermarket. Picking up groceries.
Yeah.
Why do I hear beer bottles clinging in the background?
Huh?
Oh, what?
What?
No,
Didn't hear it.
didn't hear anything.
That's when you pound 6 before she gets home because you're like, who knows? Who wants to ask
You
questions?
you don't know what type of night is ahead of you.
Right.
Yeah, just pounding beers.
And then the best part is when the game started 9 in the morning. And
Yeah.
You just
Start pounding beers from 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah. All the way to 8:30.
8:30.
It's good times.
Great.
It's
It's really the best time.
Yeah. Anybody who has a significant other, if you're a woman that doesn't get sports,
Or a man.
or a man that doesn't get sports, and you have a significant other that does, just listen, just take the advice. I've said this already. Don't get mad at the guy or girl that's watching. their respected sports that they love, just go ahead and go pop a titty out and just sit there and, entertain said person or whip something else out and entertain your significant other. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't just be mad that the person is watching something and it brings joy to their life. Try to get involved somehow.
Make it your thing.
Make it your thing. That's all I'm saying. Like, we're not going to shoo you off if that's the situation that's going on. Just grab the hand and put it somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Wherever.
Hold the beer.
Or that too. Okay. Hey, somebody has to get the tray for the wings. You can do that. That's all I'm saying. Be helpful. Like, don't be one of the people that you want to go ahead and have an argument over some little stuff because the person wants to sit on the couch for 8 hours and watch sports. What's wrong with you?
Under a Snuggie or a cozy blanket.
Right.
Like, your blanket that you wait for all year. You can't use it during the summer because it's
The
too warm.
weighted blanket.
The weighted blanket, if you're into it. Then you need that security. But that good, comfortable team blanket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The one with the bad fleece.
Yes, and it barely covers your whole body. You're snuggled up. You found a good spot. And there's nothing, there's fucking nothing like it.
You know what I mean? You got the old Jets comforter that doesn't fit you right. That's the one that you like to wear. Don't just be mean and say, "Oh, it's dingy and dirty." I don't care. This is my football garm.
You ever had the
Leave me alone.
You ever had the one where like it has the hole in the inside pocket of
and
the
you
fleece?
can be able to put your hand in it or your leg in it?
Yeah, you put your feet in that shit. Yeah, man. That's a good time.
Multi-purpose. Don't throw away my stuff. Just sit here and enjoy. That's all.
Or you could shut the fuck up.
Right. That's always a good thing as well. Right? You use your phone, you sit there, and you don't say anything to me for 8 hours. That is a good day, and that's a good man day or a good woman day. That's how we like to see it. All right? So take advice, take it in stride, or shut the hell up. Moving on. What do we feel about the Cowboys' schedule? Can you pull it up? They said that the Cowboys have the toughest 6-game schedule to start the season. I think the first 4 games they're playing teams that won 14 games or some crap like that. It's nuts. They got the Chiefs. They got the Eagles. Who else they got?
They got the Eagles first.
Right?
Second
Lost.
game is the Giants.
They're going to lose that game too. They'll lose that game too. Jackson Dart is gonna give them work because Mr. Unlimited ain't winning that job. He ain't winning that job.
And then,
The fix is in. The fix is in.
and it's Bears, Packers in Dallas, at Jets, at Panthers, Commanders in Dallas, Cowboys at Broncos,
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals in Dallas, Cowboys at Raiders, Eagles in Dallas, Chiefs in Dallas, Dallas in Detroit, Vikings in Dallas,
Wow.
Chargers in Dallas,
Wow.
Cowboys at Commanders, and then ended off with the Giants again. That is a rough stretch.
Very interesting. Here's my thing.
What about Dallas and Dallas? You got that one?
Yeah, Dallas and Dallas.
Because they're gonna lose that shit too.
Silence has a soul bug and she almost lost her mind.
She doesn't want to use spider person. What's up with you, bro? Like,
You leave the spiders alone; they don't bother anybody.
damn. And she give me the look like.
Right? She's like, yeah, look at it, look at it. It's looking at me.
It cursed at me.
Here's the problem that I have for Dallas Cowboy fans out there, right? You have a tough schedule ahead of you. If Dak Prescott struggles to start the season, what's the excuse? No, seriously, I've seen all the teams make decisions on their quarterback and say, you know what, he ain't the guy. He ain't the guy. We see what happened in New York. They pestered and bullied Daniel Jones so much that he said, you know, I quit. I'm going to leave. He wanted to leave so bad that he joined somebody's practice squad. He didn't even want to be on somebody's active roster. He said, yo, just let me practice. Just let me practice. I want to get out of New York so bad. I want to get out. I just want to practice. Right? They shunned him out of New York. They bullied him out. At some point, the Dallas Cowboys are going to have to look at their quarterback and say, yo, bro, you sure you want to be here? They're going to start planting, prostitutes or something in his way and try to get some scandal. Something's going to happen. Because you can't continue to keep playing bad and keep your job. Because I firmly believe that the Saints got Derek Carr out of there too. They're like, look, we owe you a little money. Yeah, we understand that you got a shoulder problem. But we did speak to your wife, and she said that, hey, she wants you home. How do you feel? You want to keep playing or you want to go home? We'll pay you. Just go home. And she's like, all right, that sounds good. So at some point, you paying Dak Prescott all his damn money, $60 million. Hey, we'll give you the money. Just go home. Just go home. Start over. They got a kid, what's his name? They just traded for him. From Tennessee. Milton. Joe Milton. They traded for him. Give him the job. Let him try something. I'm sick of Dak Prescott. There's a reason why I left Dallas. Not only is the roster bad, he's bad. And then when they had a good, what's his name? Pickens? George Pickens? There's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with him. He's like Antonio Brown mixed with Michael Irvin. And when Michael Irvin was doing cocaine. That Michael Irvin. It's just like, come on now. It's ridiculous. So, I feel bad for Dallas, but I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I'm just saying I'm going to be here week to week, and I'm going to challenge Cowboys fans to just say, listen, go into the transfer portal. I did it. There's nothing wrong with it. You see, people need to start doing that more, Silent Assassin. If your team ain't working out for you, transfer portal the shit up. It's okay. The only thing that I don't condone, you can't go from Lakers to Celtics, you can't go from Mets to Yankees, and you can't go from Jets to Giants. You can't do it. Everything else is fair game. You can't do those. Because you can't be a New Yorker and ride the fence. Can't do it. Shouts to Mom. Mom likes to ride the fence in regards to her sports teams. She does. Klaw, you gotta admit it. One day she was a Jets fan, and then the next day she was a Giants fan.
She rocking with the Mets right now.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Because when I was growing up, I remember that she used to support Bernie Williams. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, you heard in the kitchen.
Woo! Right. Don't do that. I'm telling you, give it a couple months. She'll be like, oh, that Aaron Judge is good. That's what I'm going to hear. I'm sick of it.
In Spanish.
Yeah. I don't want to hear that. It's Juan Soto and Lindor in here. We don't care about no damn Yankees. And the Subway stuff, we're going to talk about it a little bit. But, yeah.
My man Pete.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't like Pete. No, I love Pete. Pete's having a good season, but I'm not a Pete fan. I think that's it for football, right? Anything else happened in football? Anything spectacular?
Aaron Rodgers, talk about it.
But why?
I'm just saying, hey, it's your man, right? You talked about it.
No decision has been made yet.
You have a whole rant about, when he was coming to the Jets and how they did him dirty and shit like that. Tell the fact that the NFL was trying to book a good ticket having that Steelers and Jets game the first game of the week, or the first game of the season.
Right.
And there might not be no fucking game with him. So, typical. If we was Jets fans still, we are Jets fans, but if we were still with him, we'd still be waiting to see what he wants to do.
But here's my thing. Why does Aaron Rodgers have to give the NFL anything? So I got to make a decision so you can make your dumbass schedule?
But that's what
I didn't tell you to put the schedule together.
They got to sell tickets. That's what it is.
That's their problem.
But he's a product of the problem. So
no, he's not.
Yes, he is. Because
he's 40 years old. He do what he wants.
He's the problem. See? You're an enabler. That's your problem.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Then he should go do that and go get the jacket and get out the way. But instead, you're starting to do young man shit, and what you're doing is holding up other young
The
men.
man wants to go to his ayahuasca retreat. What's wrong with that?
Bro, it's fucking already May.
Right. There's no decision to be made.
It should have been made months ago.
There's no decision to be made.
Yeah,
We're not in OTAs. We're not in training camp. We're not in any of these situations.
I'm gonna return the hat and get you a Steelers hat, or just an Aaron Rodgers hat. You just want that?
Do they have an Aaron Rodgers hat?
I'll look for it. Let's ask a new era. If we can send some hats over, that'd be great.
That would be dope.
That'd be really nice. But in the meantime, in between time, I'll look into it because I'm happy we're not waiting for this shit.
Oh, you see, this is the thing. This is why me and you always have to have issues. Is that when Aaron Rodgers was here, you was the biggest meat riding Aaron Rodgers fan ever. Now all of a sudden he's gone. Now you want to kick his back in. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because when Josh Fields struggles, I can't wait to come here and talk to you about
what?
I told you so.
You ain't telling me nothing
I am.
that I ain't already been through as a Jets fan. But what I'm telling you is right now, at least we have a quarterback.
You said the team is going to win 10 games.
At least we have a quarterback.
You said the team is going to win 10 games.
They will win 10 games, bro.
Where?
In the season. Some
With
on the road.
who?
Some at home. With the defense, the new line.
With what quarterback?
Justin Fields. That's his name. And it's like, you don't believe it. It's okay. You still got to prove yourself back to Jets family. You just can't walk back to the door
I ain't
and
got to
dictate.
prove nothing to no one.
The hell you do. You left your team of a wife that you lived by. Oh, I love my Cowboys. And then you left with nothing because you got nothing out of that relationship.
I got a lot out of it.
What did you get? Hurt?
No, I got a
You
lot
had
out of it.
Ezekiel? Fuck you, Ezekiel. Fuck
So
you.
there's a lot of things I got out of that relationship.
At the end of the day, listen, welcome back. And just get in line. Let me show you how to do this shit, all right? You can steer the back of the boat. I'm going to drive.
That sounds racist.
Okay. I'm still going to drive the boat.
Well, I got to be in the back, though.
I didn't say you had to row.
But
if
putting
you-
me in the back assumes that I have to do something manual.
Yeah, just steer the motor.
See what I'm saying?
You never seen Sandlot? Not Sandlot. What was it? Rookie of the Year? They built their boat. Their friends sat in the back. They took turns. It was your problem, bro. Let's just relax. That's your fucking problem right there.
Just watch it. Right? Just watch it. Now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... I mean, yeah, they stink.
Every week we go ahead and have some. I have a lot of irrelevant news this week. I do. Jimmy's out of here.
Make sure you punch out, bro.
Yeah, punch out. All right. Let's see. I have a lot of irrelevant news this week. And there's going to be some that piss off the silent assassin, and I love it. Not going to lie to you. Here we go. First one. South Carolina man dies after reportedly fighting kangaroo at brother's petting zoo. Why? Why would you think that it's okay to want to challenge a kangaroo? You know how tall these motherfuckers are when they actually stand up? They're like 7 feet tall with hands
They can fight.
and their muscles. Oh, they got muscles. All you know what? I can't even feel sorry for this dude. What's the story here? What's the story? Said Eric Slate, 52, passed away on Friday after suffering fatal injuries believed to be caused by a physical altercation with a kangaroo named Jack.
I'm not fighting nobody named Jack, ever.
Jack the kangaroo. Why?
You should call him Jangaroo.
Jangaroo farm in Horry County. The animal was part of an enclosure that also housed wallabies and other wildlife. Okay, so his brother owned the petting zoo, and his brother liked to play fight with Jack. However, this time the altercation ended fatally. So let's put the timeline together. Brother owns zoo. Dickhead brother comes there to try to help said brother who owns zoo to do little odd jobs around the zoo. Dickhead brother sees Jack the kangaroo in his cage and continues to fuck with Jack every time he goes to the zoo. So now every time Jack sees fucked up idiot brother, he's on high alert, right? So now fucked up brother now goes into this cage one day again and tries to fuck with Kangaroo Jack, and Kangaroo Jack has something for him today. That's the timeline.
Told you stop fucking with me, dog.
Yeah.
Stop fucking with me, man.
That's pretty much it. Is what I just read, did that not just come to your head like, yup, yeah, he was messing with his kangaroo a lot. Probably trying to diddle the kangaroo, and the kangaroo said enough. Enough.
I told you I ain't with that shit, dog.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Ball.
It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, listen, sad that somebody lost his life, but why are you messing with wildlife? It's like people who put their hands in cages. Like, what are you doing? Are you that dumb? When there's a big ass sign that says "Don't feed the wildlife," and you have your little idiot get, hey, let's feed them. Here's your bread, and then the monkey just grabs the kid's arm, pulls his ass through the cage. Just keep away. These are animals that are locked up. You think they want to be in a cage? They have people gawking at them. Some people will come there just to spit on them and be mean. So they have to deal with that anger and rage all day long. I ain't know Jack the kangaroo didn't get no yams that day and he was mad. All those things you got to play a factor, right? Men don't get yams, they get aggressive. They get aggressive. They don't like it. Wake up mad. It's a rough day. Don't come in here and mess with me today, idiot brother. I ain't got no time for you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Kangaroo Molly didn't want to give me no yams today. Don't come in here. And if you ain't got no food, definitely don't come in here. And that's all she wrote. Shouts to the family, sad for y'all, but you know, I want to know what happens to Kangaroo Jack. They better not touch him and put him down or something. Cause you know what I mean. Like anytime that there's something happens with an animal, they want to put the animal down like it's the animal's fault. Oh, let's put the animal down because it's the animal's fault that they act like an animal. Okay. Let's have pit bulls around children and then get mad at the pit bull when the pit bull gets aggressive. That makes a lot of sense. Let's go ahead and put the animal down because this person wants to walk his dog with no leash. That makes sense. Yeah. People are just dumb. Moving on. Listen, I can't wait to get to this one so bad because I want Silent Assassin to have a visceral reaction. Apple to support brain implant control of its devices. See, you Skynet fucking people. You people are the enablers. You everybody I know with your iPhones. Oh, we love the iPhone. It's so easy to use. It's going to be much easier to use when they lock you in a room, strap you to a chair, and implant your brains with whatever frequency or chip it is. Huh? You ever watch Black Mirror? It's gonna happen. That's where we at.
You mad?
I'm not mad because it ain't gonna happen to me. It's not gonna happen to me.
You have a nerd phone? You think you're so cool?
It's not gonna happen to me. Listen, Silent Assassin tried to make fun of me off pod. She's like, oh, what kind of phone do you have? Well, Apple, they tried to do this years ago. This is an old update that you guys just got. It's disrespectful. I don't say no mean shit like that to
She
people.
went crazy, bro. That's wild.
Like, yo.
She phone shamed you.
Yeah. Like, what is this green bubble thing I heard to disrespect? What is that? Oh, if you have a green bubble, I don't want to talk. What kind of nonsense is that? I can't control the color of my bubble.
But you understand, like, we had this conversation the other day that you try to send me something. He's like, damn, bro, it's grainy. And I was like, yeah, bro, because you don't have an iPhone. You can just send me any message in the world, full-on movies. You know what I'm saying? Beer Fest, the whole thing. on an iPhone. You send that shit on the Galaxy Note 7 or whatever the fuck. Shit's gonna blow up the fucking phone, and can't nobody call nobody now. And now we're just stuck.
Okay, that's fine. But now you got chips in your brains. That's what y'all want?
Hey. What do you like?
No, I'm asking.
What do you like, bro?
If that was the update for your phone, are you doing it?
Are they playing for? Does my insurance cover it?
Your plan covers it.
Yeah, then hey, I might be able to. You know what I mean?
Mr. Conspiracy will get a chip in his head.
Hey, might see what it does. Like, just gotta figure it out.
I don't believe you.
Imagine how much more data you can hold up there. You know what I'm saying? More sports fads and this all that shit you like. You know what I'm saying? Might work. You know how much Silent Assassin can fucking edit her videos mentally. All I know is to see it here. It's good, bro. It's good for the world. Let's just get with the times. Stop being a boomer.
That I'm not comfortable with. Silent Assassin, would you do it?
I barely update my phone anyway, so
Right.
I did do it like
She just said it. I barely update my phone anyway. So could you imagine if you get this chip in your head and they tell you to update it? And you skipping updates?
yeah.
Huh?
So I'll just be slow.
Yeah.
Not
Be
running
slow
right.
as hell at the job. Hello? What's going on with you? Hello? Oh my gosh, she needs an upgrade. We can see it. System shutting down. I don't want to be in that type of world, man. That's scary as hell. I don't like that.
I'm not about that.
Yeah.
I want to go back to like 2000.
I want to go back to
crawling.
1997 where you had important numbers in your kitchen, right? There's like 5 numbers on that wall of important numbers, and you memorized that damn wall. You knew those numbers. You didn't need anything. That's what I miss. You go ahead and go into somebody's phone now and say, yo, call such and such, right? You got the number? Oh, nah, I gotta look at my phone. You don't memorize nothing no more.
Yeah.
Klaw has like 9 numbers. I don't know none of them. None of them. I'm always asking, yo, which number? Yo, this one right here, man. No. The phone tells me what to do. So, no. I am not okay with that. I just think that it's the start of the idiot society that we are trying to avoid and trying to, delay for as long as possible, but it's on its way. It's on its way, sadly. Let's see. Moving on. We are moving along, and I'm getting to my story. You know what? I'm just going to get into it, and then I'll go back to whatever else I was talking about. Like I said, visceral reaction. TMZ reports Justin Bieber sold his music catalog for $200 million because he was broke. Klaw, what do you think about that?
I don't put it past him. He's been living a rough life. He looks a little fiended out nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, maybe getting married was
Look,
a good thing. Maybe
Look
it was
at look
a
at the
bad thing.
face. Look at the face of
That's
displeasure.
That's evil. You saw the eye twitch?
Go ahead, Bieber apologist. Go ahead.
I blame the woman.
Who?
The woman?
Haley?
Yeah.
She stole all the
can't
money.
Stay her name. She's like Voldemort. She ruined him. Ruined his life. Gave him a baby he didn't want. To save their marriage.
He could have divorced it.
Divorced it. I mean, that's true. But then he's in like a cult church that says that you need to live this life to save you. Because he's so gone.
So do you think
mentally.
that he gave the money to the church?
He does. He promotes the church and stuff, and he's in his Instagram bio.
Is it Scientology?
It's some Christianity, where allegedly, I don't know if he still have the same pastor or whatever is that Christian's pastor?
Mm-hmm.
There was alleged that they were romantically involved, a rumor, conspiracy years ago.
The pastor?
Yeah, with Bieber.
What?
So there was a weird relationship there. But yeah, I did see that when he sold his catalog a few years back, and now there's a bunch of stuff saying oh, he's running out of money and that's why he needs to come out with this new album to kind of save all his financial situations. But
Wow.
Haley allegedly spends so much money and getting. There was a thing I saw. It was maybe last summer that she like flies to these different like states or countries, wherever, just to like get her nails done by like a particular nail salon.
Are you
artist
serious?
And stuff. So a lot has been spent by her.
What does
by
she
her.
do?
I don't know. She's just like a nepo baby, but now she has like her own makeup line. So
So she works.
yeah, so she has like some success with that. But
That's crazy. I
before
mean,
then,
if he really is broke, man, that's pretty sad.
yeah,
Pretty sad.
their whole like relationship is crazy. How she like stalked him from the beginning, just like snatch him up. So
Yeah.
it's been like 15 years in the making. So
That is interesting. Moving on. Australian authorities reportedly seize over $400 million in cocaine. Man. Let's see the story here. Worth nearly $400 million of cocaine drug busts off the coast, leading to the arrest of 5 men. Police began tracking the suspects after a suspicious boat purchase in April intercepted the vessel upon its return to shore, finding 1,100 blocks of cocaine on board. Wow. $400 million worth of coke? Yo.
wild.
Like, what kingpin were they bringing that to?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was a drug dealer, I would have to find a different way. Like, the boat thing just don't work. I would have to do it like Bad Boys too, where you would put the cocaine in the dead bodies in the morgue or in the funeral home. That was fire. That was fire. You stuff the bodies with cocaine, and you have everybody come to the funeral home. Well, everybody's crying. Hey, you got families. Oh, and as soon as you get inside, you make the transaction. Fire. Undetectable. Damn no boats. It's just easy to get bagged. That's all I'm saying. It's just 400 million. We're not even talking about like 400,000, $400 million of cocaine.
So like, how many like people are like behind that to get that?
Yo, it's crazy.
period? Get that
You know
together.
they used to put cocaine in soda.
Yeah, I said allegedly. I don't know.
That ain't a legend. It's a fact. Coca-Cola, cocaine cola. It's wild. You know, imagine back in the day, you over here drinking this Coca-Cola. It's like, man, this is great stuff. And realize that it's cocaine that's actually making you excited to drink this thing. And then they took it out because it's morally wrong. But yeah, you stuff people with caffeine all the damn time. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
Caffeine is just as bad as cocaine.
Is it like more addictive?
Yeah.
Whatever.
You gotta wean yourself off of caffeine. You ever seen people that don't drink coffee? Like they drink coffee and hasn't had a cup of coffee that morning?
I gotta get the headaches.
It's the worst person ever.
Yeah.
They jittery.
My mom's running around the house calling me hormonal. And
Yeah.
that makes me even more mad.
It's like, get your damn coffee and get out of my face before I bury you.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So yeah, my condolences to those drug dealers, but man, y'all tried it. That was on some Frank Lucas shit. That's crazy. Moving on. We have. Oh, this is one of Klaw's things, but we'll go to this one next. A Napoleon Dynamite sequel is reportedly in the works. Yeah, I love Napoleon Dynamite #1. I did. It's great.
Yeah, I seen it. I rewatched maybe last year, and like when it first came out, I was like pretty young, but my brother was like obsessed with it, And like watching it now, like as an adult, it's so funny.
Give me some of your thoughts.
Yeah.
I wonder who's gonna play Uncle Rico, or if is Uncle Rico still gonna be in the show? I would hope so. I would
if
hope
it's
so.
the whole like same cast.
Let's see. Okay, John Hitter's coming back. They don't say anything else about anybody else, but yeah, I was a big fan of Napoleon Dynamite, man. That movie was so innovative and so funny. Dry humor. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of fucking where were they at? New Mexico or some shit?
Somewhere.
Like it was just chaos, man. And I hope that they continue with some dumbass story that doesn't make sense, that doesn't even there's no plot twist. It's just them just being stupid. So shouts to them. I can't wait to see that. Yeah, moving on. Klaw. This is for you right here. GTA 6 budget estimated to be over $1 billion. What's your thoughts?
Get as much as you can. Get the fuck out of there.
$1 billion for a video game. It's insane. It was supposed to drop this year. Then they pushed it back next year. And people are excited about, oh my God, I can't wait till next year. Yeah. You are so brainwashed that you don't it doesn't matter. As soon as they give you a little inch, you get excited. What happens next year when the game's supposed to come out and say, oh, sorry, we need another 6 months? They've been waiting for this game for like 12 years now. People are still playing the old ass game because they keep updating shit. 12 years for a video game? I'd stop playing. Have you ever played GTA?
Yeah, it wasn't like much. I'm not really much of a gamer, but my friends were growing up, so she had it, and I just like to drive the cars.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, yo, give me the controller.
You like to drive the cars and shoot the people. See, I know what type of person
run
you are.
everyone over. Yeah, that was
Chaos.
That was my vibe.
Big chaos. Yeah, but listen, I was never a big GTA fan. I do like to watch my friends play the game. So, you know, when it comes out, it comes out. I don't really give a shit. It doesn't affect my life. Max Payne is coming back. All 3 games reimagined. Now, this is my shit. Max Payne was one of the best games they ever made in regards to how they did the bullet time when it slows down, the storyline, him losing his family. It's just a dope story. I can't wait for them to re-release this. I'm gonna be getting these games. I'm gonna be all in these games, and I don't want my family to mess with me. Okay, football season, don't talk to me. When certain games come out, don't talk to me. It's just the way it goes, right? I'm playing MLB The Show right now. Don't talk to me. I don't want nothing. Don't give me no chores. I just don't want to go nowhere. And I just want to play this and just, you know, if my son needs food, he can get it himself. He can get it himself. Okay, don't bother me. But that is my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch them? I mean, yeah, they stink.
You know, I was going to go ahead and talk about the Subway Series coming up between the Mets and the Yankees. That's not important right now. It isn't. And I left this for the last segment. All because, and there's not going to be a dummy of the week. So you guys don't even have to worry about that. This is it. Major League Baseball does it again. Every time that I think that they can't get any stupider, and they can't get any more petty, and they can't get any more head up their ass, they do something spectacular. Pete Rose has been banned from baseball for a very, very long time. Pete Rose, and rest in peace to Pete Rose, but for years, tried to get himself back into the good graces of Major League Baseball to get reinstated. Because he's the all-time hits leader. He's one of the highest run getters in the league. Played 23 years, I believe, 20-something years in the league. All-time hits leader, like I said, but the way he played the game was the right way to play the game. Charlie Hustle is what they call him. There was never a time that he didn't bust out of that box to try to make something happen. Run people over at home plate. Slide hard into second, third. Like, that's how they told you how to play back in the day, and he played like that until the day he retired. I understand that you have rules and regulations and bylaws and certain protocols that you have to follow. But to ban somebody indefinitely that's been trying to angle his way back when I think that he served his time in the court of public opinion enough that you could have reinstated him when he was still alive. You have other people on that list as well in regards to them reinstating Pete Rose, who's passed on. They have Shoeless Joe Jackson there from the scandalous White Sox team, right? You have other people on this list, but for me, it's very simple. How can a sport that has a history of bigotry, racism, scandals, cheating, substance abuse, all tend to look down upon somebody who made a gambling mistake, but for you to not give him, say, all right, we're going to ban you, but we're going to ban you for 30 years. Let's put it there. Let's put 30 years. And after 30 years, we can be able to reinstate you. They had this ban until the day he died. And once he died, that's when they decide to lift it. If I was Pete Rose's family, I would pick up the phone and I would tell Rob Manfred to go himself. I would tell Rob Manfred to go keep his Hall of Fame plaque and put it somewhere up his. I would tell Rob Manfred, and I'd probably tell his wife to go on the phone too and tell her to do something. So I would do all of these things, because how dare you try to disrespect my family throughout all of these years? Not you personally, but your organization. Because we've been through certain different commissioners that have kept this ban. Through bitch-ass Bud Selig and now idiot Rob Manfred. At some point you didn't have... Why didn't you clear him when he was alive? When he had rehabilitated his life, where he wasn't a danger to anybody. See, I understand the fact that when it happened, he lied about it. He wasn't honest and upfront. Okay, cool. But again, you give him a 25-year to 30-year ban. When we see guys get suspended for PEDs now, they get first warning, second warning, and then a lifetime ban. Right? It's never a situation where as soon as it happens, as soon as the infraction happens, they immediately ban you. It's just not right. For a sport, like I said, that has a history of bullshit, that has a history of segregation, that has a history of racism. You had guys in the 60s that took methamphetamines just to get through the week. We had a 4-hour bus trip to this podunk town. We're going to go ahead and go on this bus trip, right? Get to the location, play the game. We don't have the facilities or the nutritionist. We don't have the workout facilities to be able to get our bodies right. We're drinking beers after the game. We're hanging out. We probably had a girl or two, whatever it is. And you got to jump right back on that bus for another 4.5 hours and then do it all over again tomorrow? How did you expect those guys to be able to be consistent and stay awake and be constant? They had to take greenies, didn't they? But baseball will make it seem like those players in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, oh, they're the immortal players. Look at all these great things that they've done. But you care nothing about what they took to be great. I see. So when your sport was dead in the mid-90s, and a little dude from the Dominican Republic started taking some juice, and some big Hulk guy that started taking some juice way back in the 80s decided to have the summer of 98, the summer of the home run that brought baseball back into the national spotlight again. For people like the Silent Assassin now to have a sport that she grew up on loving because of those two guys. So you knew that they was juicing because we saw the Andro bottle in Mark McGuire's locker while he was having a post-game interview. We saw it. Nobody said a damn thing. You know why? Because it wasn't a banned substance. So all of a sudden the substance gets banned and now you want to be holier than thou, and now you want to ostracize guys like Sammy Sosa that literally carried the league for at least 4 or 5 years. Mark McGuire, you want to ostracize him, Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, but yet David Ortiz is in the Hall of Fame. And he's on a list. He's on a list. But because he's nice, because people love Big Papi, oh, he can be on Fox's broadcast and talk about, oh, and the Yankees lose. People love David Ortiz. They don't love Barry Bonds like that, and that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. So when you start talking about your holier than thou mentality and attitude, you need to look in the fucking mirror. Baseball is not pure. Baseball is not a sport that is without scandal and bullshit. It's the worst sport in our country in regards to North American sports. It's the most corrupt to me. Has the worst history. Baseball's history kind of looks like this country, doesn't it? Very mirror image. Very, very mirror. So for them to be able to do this to Pete Rose and do this to Pete Rose and his family, fuck Major League Baseball. I would not take an invite to the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't. You want to put my dad in, go do it on your own mirror. You're not going to have us co-sign this bullshit. Because we were there when we saw this man physically break down and be depressed, all because he just wanted to be recognized in a part of the game that he grew up loving. We saw how the toll of him not being inducted into the Hall of Fame and having this ban over his head affected him and affected our family for 40 fucking years. But now is the time that you want to get him in the Hall of Fame. Got it. This is why I can never respect Rob Manfred. This is why I'm counting down the days until, was it 2029? He said he's out. 20, whatever it is, 2030, whatever date it is. I'm going to have an active calendar. As the closer it gets, we're going to be having a get the fuck out of baseball Manfred party. This is a disgrace. The fact that you have the all-time hits leader not in the Hall of Fame. You have the all-time home run leader not in the Hall of Fame. You have one of the all-time strike leaders that's not in the Hall of Fame. You have guys like Rafael Palmeiro that's not in the Hall of Fame. But yet, David Ortiz can get in. Mike Piazza can get in. I'm a Mets fan. I love Mike Piazza, but come on now. He played in the steroid era. Who's to say he didn't juice? So if you're going to put one in, put them all in. They're a part of the game. Alex Rodriguez is a part of the game. Don't do one of those things where if Alex Rodriguez, God forbid, he passes tomorrow, Alex Rodriguez in the Hall of Fame. You might as well keep him out to prove a point. What was the point that you were trying to make by putting Pete Rose into the Hall of Fame after he dies? That he can't personally celebrate the shit? What point are you trying to prove? And that's my problem with baseball, is that there's always some carny bullshit behind the scenes that they just can't be normal fucking people. They're the only sport that just operates backwards. You have stars in your league that you can't advertise. You can't promote them. Where's all the money going? That you can't promote your own stars in your league. This is why baseball is not that popular anymore. How it used to be. So, any thoughts, Alan Sasson? Before I move on.
Yeah, for me, it's just you have, even looking at the Astros a couple years ago, have these cheaters that really get no penalty. Yeah. What do you have, the coaches, got a year suspension? And, just even domestic violence and all those cases kind of get pushed under the rug. They're suspended a few games and then, move on.
Right.
This guy's gambling, okay, you can't do that, but give him a lifetime ban is extremely,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, here's the thing. The man bet on his team to win. Right? Like, come on now. I can understand if the man bet on his team to lose, right? Now you over here controlling the situation where you pulling out good players, you pulling this pitcher, you throwing this bum-ass pitcher in there. I understand that. The man bet on his team to win. Come on now. I'm being facetious, but come on now. This is ridiculous.
Like, how much can he really, besides on his part, control that outcome?
Exactly.
So, it's crazy.
That's all I'm saying. Moving on to the Subway Series. The fact that we got 3 games, we're playing 6 games against the Yankees this year. That's interesting. Really, really interesting. Juan Soto returns to the Bronx after shunning those junkies and signing with the Mets is beautiful. The fact that I am not a Yankee fan, but I do believe that he should be rehabilitated and they need to work with him. Yeah. So, but Juan Soto. Juan Soto goes back to the Bronx. And he's had a rough season. Not really rough. I wouldn't say rough. I think that he's... I think he's putting a little bit too much pressure on himself. Just because I think that the expectation of him having to be the superstar that he was last year with the Yankees, but it's a different situation. You know what I mean? It's a different environment. Like, you have to get comfortable being in a different environment. He doesn't have Aaron Judge behind him. He doesn't have the same type of, easygoing pitching that he was getting last year. They're pitching him tough this year. They're not really giving him much to hit, and then I see him chase a lot as well. He's chasing because he's trying to make something happen when he shouldn't. Just be patient. I'm sure they're going to boo him. He said that he's welcoming the boos. But to be honest, I don't think that they should boo him. The man got you to a World Series. Right? Like, you traded for him before the season started. There was never any guarantee that he was staying.
No, I don't really get the whole narrative he's not loyal. He was
He wasn't a Yankee.
Yeah, for a year. What can you expect?
He was not. It's not like this guy came to you. He's not like Robinson Cano that ended up leaving, taking the money, right? Okay, I understand that. He was never really a Yankee.
Yeah.
He was a rental. And sometimes you trade for a rental and sometimes it doesn't work out.
And I feel like most of the times, like, they end up on a different team, typically.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I feel like what I've seen from him is he's been a good player. He hasn't been Juan Soto type of player, but, you know, he's gotten almost 40 walks now, you know.
Yeah.
Hitting, like, around, like, 260, I think. Has some
Yeah, somewhere around there.
8 home
255, 8 home runs,
Yeah.
20 RBIs.
Yeah.
Like,
he's fine. I feel like you haven't really seen the, I guess, confidence
right.
from him. So like the flashiness and whatnot on that part. But I think that will come with time.
Why do you think that is, though?
I don't. Maybe just really hasn't found his comfort level, you know, fully with the team. I think, you know, the players that have been kind of, I guess, the stars at the moment. I was Lindor, but, you know, Pete Alonso has been having a really, really great year.
Yeah.
So with Soto kind of having the expectations and him kind of being a little, so it takes time to adjust
Yeah.
to, you know, like that type of contract, that type of deal. Like right away, you can't expect him to, you know, blow up.
Yeah.
So I think like once he's more comfortable, once he's, you know, understands, you know, the Mets and Queens better, you know, he'll get there. But he's not having like a horrible season by any means. So I think people need to kind of chill out with that.
Not just chill out, Silent Assassin. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
They need to cool out on Juan Soto because, you know, we've gone through this before in regards to guys that get here and they don't play well the first year, and then that second year they end up looking crazy. You know, I obviously, you know, Francisco Lindor, perfect example, recent. Carlos Beltran, recent example as well. Like, these guys came from other situations, and it took them a while to get acclimated to the New York environment. I think it's the same thing applies to Juan Soto. Just because he played for the Yankees last year doesn't necessarily mean he is comfortable with New York City, because being a Met is a lot different than being a Yankee. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a level of added swagger that you have just being a Yankee. The Mets as an organization, they're not there yet. They're getting there, but they're not there yet. So I think that him being a little bit more reserved and a little bit more buttoned up, I think it's just par for the course. And I think, like you said, as the season goes on, he's going to get a lot more comfortable, a lot more loose, and you're going to see the Juan Soto of old come out. I have an interesting trivia for you before we get out of here. Can you name me all the players that have played for both the Yankees and the Mets in the history?
How many are there? Does it say a number?
Let's see. There's 11.
Okay. You got Yogi.
Okay, that's one.
You got, let's go with the new ones. Granderson. Cano. Ottavino.
Okay.
That's 4. Bader.
Okay, you go. All right, Bader.
There's like 11 official, like in total.
There's not. I see MLB drop this. I think that they're looking more like not just the role players, but just the stars.
Okay.
But you're
Was
you're
it-
spot on though.
Who is it? Was Strawberry or Strawberry?
Strawberry.
So I'm 5 on that list.
Yep. I'll give you a hint. There's another guy from that '86 team that's there as well.
Is Mazzilli? He was Not on
No,
the list up. He was
not
on
a
the team.
star.
On that team.
He was the best player on that team. Give
They
up.
both played?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Doc Gooden.
Yeah, Doc. That's what I was saying. I was like, was it Strawberry or Doc? that played?
Mhm.
Okay,
Both of them. You said
was that?
Coney. You said Cano.
7. Still so many. Batanzas. You on the list?
No, not on the list.
Thinking
Not a
of
star.
Stars. Like what years am I left with?
Pretty recent. I would say 2015 is a pretty recent year.
2015. They played on their team in 2015?
Mm-hmm.
I have another one, but he's not on there.
Or it might have been 2016.
2016. What position? I can't get away.
Pitcher.
Pitcher.
We're definitely going to put the Jeopardy music here.
Which team were they on in 16?
I don't remember, but if you give up, I'll tell you.
Okay, we think.
You're almost done.
Give me another hint.
Um,
They weren't a starter.
yeah.
They were? What? Who is this?
Could even have been later, too. And he used to hit home runs.
A starter who hit home runs.
You know his name?
The only one I'm thinking is he wasn't on the Yankees, though.
Enrico Plato.
Close. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Bartolo Colon.
I knew that. That was old as hell. He didn't hit a home run. You get one home run?
Hey, you know, he hit some shots, but yes, not over the wall, all of them.
That was
What about
old.
Carlos Beltran?
Oh, yeah. But I forget about that. That doesn't exist to me.
Yes, yes. After 06, we get it. And then you have two more that you missed. But I'll tell you. Ricky Henderson,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And Gary Sheffield.
So old for me, but
So these are all. So you got close. Pretty good. And then we have Juan Soto as well.
So
yeah, I want Soto.
So yeah, like I said, I'm not doing dummy because I think my Rob Manfred in baseball rant was my dummy. Oh, nice. Is it falling?
It's down.
Yeah,
so.
it's fine. It's fine.
wow.
Pause.
Whoa, guys.
HR.
That was a lot.
Any thoughts, Klaw?
Um,
And welcome back.
hey, thank you, buddy. Listen. All that sensitivity shit, man. Accept life for what it is. Not everybody's gonna be a winner, and everybody's gonna lose forever. But just shut the fuck up and keep playing the game.
Fair. What do you got to say, Silence Assassin?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know I got a PSA. My PSA is you have to know the value of friendship and people around you. What do you got, a teddy on? What was that?
Oh, buddy.
What is that?
I need you to do your job and just finish what you're doing over
Okay.
here. What I got going on in my green room, I'll be all right.
You got the outta BC on the head though. What's going on there? It's like the lunchroom stocking cap.
You got the Carl Weathers.
So you gotta understand the value of true friendship. Sometimes, when you don't understand what a true friend looks like, you will have other people in friendship clothing around you. But when you go through some stuff and those people are not around, and there's some other people that are around, those are the people that you have to keep around you. People that are there in the good times as well as the bad. Because you don't want to have the wrong crowd around you when you do start to get successful, because energy transfers. And if you have people that are jealous or envious of you, that transfers. You want to make sure that you're around people that are successful, that want to be successful, and want to see you grow, as want to see themselves grow as well. And that's the way that you're able to curate good partnerships and good friendships that will last lifetimes. Don't be sad and mad if you outgrow certain people that you even grew up with. Certain people they come into your life for like a season or a couple of seasons or whatever the reason is. Doesn't mean that it's a bad thing that they're no longer in your life. You learn from everybody. But you always have to realize that there's a time where you have to level up. And if you do level up, some people are just not going to be around for the ride. It's the way it goes. It's life. You know, I've seen a lot of people lose good friends. I've lost a lot of close friends. But I also have some true riders with me that do the thick and the thick of it all, and all the good times and bad and the real bad, and when things get grimy, it's the same people are around. So make sure you find some of those people, even if you have one. If you have one, it's more than a lot of people have in this lifetime. So find you a good friend. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace. We back. All right, took a little time off. I had to do my political thing. Interview's really, really good. You need to go check that out on the All Even podcast page. Shouts to Jamal Bowman, Congressman Bowman, for taking the time, giving us that time to be able to detail his career in education, his career in him going into Congress, him experiencing that, him still working in the community to try to better the community, and him just being a normal fucking person that you can be able to talk to and see on the street and realize that, oh, he's just a regular person like you and me. Like, those are the people that we want to be leaders in our community, leaders in our government, be on the TV and be at the forefront of whatever movement is going on. So shouts to Jamal Bowman. Check out the interview. It's great because I'm in it, obviously. But yeah, until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.